The final fight between Naruto and Sasuke at the end of Shippuden is one of the most well-known fights within all of anime. It being the final climax of the rivalry between Sasuke and Naruto, as well as having its heavy narrative implications, thrust it into one of the all-time greats. At the end of the fight, we as viewers are left with the idea that these characters are about equal in power, seeing as how it ended in a stalemate. However, in terms of ideals, it was Naruto who came out the victor, as he was able to sway Sasuke's heart. More astute viewers can draw the conclusion that Sasuke was fighting with the intent to kill, while Naruto was fighting with the intent to subdue, which means that by a small margin, perhaps even a hair, that Naruto is slightly stronger than Sasuke due to the fact that he wasn't capable of using anything lethal. While I personally do believe in the observation myself, this video is about a different topic. Was it possible for Sasuke to actually have killed Naruto? I mean, did he even have what it takes, or was he always doomed to fail from the beginning? That is exactly what I want to answer today, so let us look at both these characters, their abilities, break down the fight, and see if we can make any observations of a needle that Sasuke could have threaded to actually kill Naruto. But before we begin, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it would mean a lot to me, and comment below what you'd like to see next. Sasuke is one of the greatest shinobi within the entire series, and he has gained a lot of abilities as the series progressed. First, it is important to mention that Sasuke is a genius, and there are only a few characters within the show that can actually match him intellectually. Furthermore, he is a master in taijutsu, or hand-to-hand combat, able to outmatch anyone, as well as being proficient with weapons such as swords, kunais, strings, and way more. And while not on the same tier as Naruto, he still has a ginormous chakra pool where he can draw from and utilize ninjutsu. Speaking of his ninjutsu, he has more techniques than we can sit and list. No, actually, it is way too much. So we will hit on the most important ones only. He has access to all the nature types as well as yin release, allowing him to utilize any element he wants to, so he can always have a type advantage in a clash. But his favorites are yin release, fire, and especially lightning. He loves lightning. He can make different fire attacks like the fireball jutsu, as well as many different lightning attacks like Chidori and Kirin. He can make shadow clones, transformations to conceal weapons, he can summon weapons, and even summon a giant snake as an ally in battle. But those aren't really what makes Sasuke special. What really makes him special are his eyes. Sasuke is in possession of the Sharingan, which gives him enhanced vision, ability to see chakra flow, copy movements and techniques after seeing them once, and can predict movements so well that it is confused as being able to see in the future, and can help produce a genjutsu so strong it could even hypnotize tailed beasts. The upgraded version of the Sharingan is his Mangekyo Sharingan, which does all the previous things but better, as well as the added bonus of new powers like his Amaterasu, which burns anything it comes into contact with and will not extinguish until it does. He also has Kagutsuchi, which allows him to shape the black flames. The most important, however, is Mangekyo's ability to create the Susanoo, which is giant, has weapons and a shield, can fly, and can even protect him from the strongest genjutsu ever shown within the series. His other eye, the Rinnegan, is just as broken as it gives him the powers of all the six paths. Some of them are not as important, but the main hacks ones are that he can attract or repel people, absorb their chakra, teleport, steal souls, have practically unlimited summons, and the ability to create the Chibaku Tensei. And to add the cherry on top, he is also a master in genjutsu, able to hypnotize just about anyone. He also has a slight healing factor, but not so much considering he lost his arm at the end of the fight and couldn't grow it back. Next, we move on to Naruto, who is a beast in his own right. Naruto has the 9 tails within him, so that gives him his own large pool of chakra, as well as the entirety of the chakra of the 9 tails to utilize, at least at this point in the story. He has just about the highest chakra amount, even higher than Hashirama himself. He is not a genius, in fact he is pretty dim-witted, but what he lacks in intelligence, he makes up for in his spontaneity and his craftiness, allowing him to throw his enemies off loop. Naruto is actually very OP when it comes to taijutsu, but it is slept on by the community. He has access to Frog Kata as well as Frog Strike, which is very useful since Frog Strike attacks the internals, of opponents which cannot be trained, making it potentially lethal. Sharing a body with the Nine Tails has its perks, since although Naruto is dim-witted, Kurama is not, and is in fact very intelligent, allowing Naruto to receive guidance and aid from him. Kurama can also tell when Naruto's under a genjutsu, and can break him out of the genjutsu. Naruto is mainly known for his ninjutsu, and for good reason, as he puts all that chakra to work. His most famous technique is the shadow clones, which he uses all the time to overwhelm his opponents and spread them thin. Like Sasuke, he also has all the nature types, however, except for having yin release, Naruto has yang release. Naruto also wields the Rasengan, which is powerful on its own, but he can add natures to it, making it even stronger. The strongest nature he can add is wind, as that forms the Rasen Shuriken, able to do damage on a molecular level. He can also summon a giant frog as an ally. Moving on to his modes, he can access the chakra from Kurama and go into his Kurama modes, which creates a cloak around his body, which he can utilize by making extra appendages, and can even make a giant Nine Tails apparition. Other forms he has is due to Senjutsu, which utilizes the nature energy for chakra. With this, he can enter Sage mode, which gives him extra sensory capabilities and a boost in all physical stats. And 6-pass Sage mode gives him the ability to fly, as well as utilize and wield the Truth-Seeking Orbs, which can nullify ninjutsu. Even more than this, he can mix all these separate forms into one form, which is when he is at his most powerful, as he gets all these abilities at once. Now, due to whatever reason, Naruto has a lot of resistance to Hack's abilities, as he was able to play tug of war with his own soul when it was being stolen, able to manipulate the chakra on his body to literally peel off attacks thrown at him, can create thousands of clones to avoid lethal attacks, and with the mix of Sage mode and the Nine Tails, he is very resistant to genjutsu. Naruto, however, doesn't have any genjutsu himself, or any that we see, so that is off the table for him. Also, just like Sasuke, he also has a slight healing factor. With all that information of their abilities in mind, now we can analyze the final fight to see what could have been done in order for Sasuke to successfully defeat and kill Naruto. First thing to make clear is that nowhere in the battle is there any indication either of them is significantly faster or stronger than the other, as if they were, this fight would not have been as close as it was, regardless of if you think Naruto was holding back lethal intent. Doesn't mean he needs to hold back any physical stats. Now, at the beginning, it's clear that Sasuke actually does have the advantage in taijutsu, as the hit ratio is insane in Sasuke's favor, and Naruto needs to utilize a lot more chakra for shadow clones in order to get his licks back. When they get serious, things even out a lot more, but this is with Naruto only playing defense, as Sasuke mentions. And even when Naruto does get the opportunity for devastating strikes, he doesn't go through with them. Quite frankly, up to this point, it doesn't seem that Sasuke has any potential for even beating Naruto, let alone killing Naruto, and this is made evident by him taking chakra of all the other tailed beasts he currently has sealed. Once this happens, Naruto is cooked, as he gets his ass handed to him. And if it wasn't for a shadow clone storing up energy in order to give Naruto, as well as Naruto's change to offense, Kurama states that Indra's arrow would have killed Naruto in their jutsu clash. After this, they are both drained and transition to a much smaller scale battle. Sasuke, trying to call on more energy from the sealed beast, couldn't, as he had used up too much energy already. From here, the battle turns into a fatigued slugfest, which is pretty even on both sides, which ends in a final Chidori Rasengan clash, which blows both their arms off and they stalemate due to their inability to move. To be honest, this battle sucks for Sasuke because as powerful as he is, Naruto is like a hard counter to everything he has. Them being equal in terms of physicality leaves Sasuke to rely on his hacks, which Naruto can deal with everything. He can peel off Amaterasu, he can pull back his own soul, he can break out of Chibaku Tensei. There's just nothing substantial for Sasuke to do other than either outlast or overpower him, which based on the amount of chakra Naruto has, is not happening. There is one threat I saw, however, which Sasuke could have possibly pulled on to win the battle. When he absorbed the chakra from the tailed beast to add to his own, he had matched Naruto in power and drained him. He tried to take more energy after the fact, but he was too drained himself to do this. This leaves a couple of questions like why did he not suck them dry? But this could be explained because after he killed Naruto, he possibly wanted to have chakra reserves to continue with his plan or whatever. Any case, this leaves two possible scenarios for Sasuke to have potentially been able to kill Naruto. The first is that after the clash, he could have left himself with a bit more energy to absorb chakra from the tailed beasts, giving him all the chakra he needed to clean up what was left of Naruto. Or he could have absorbed significantly more chakra from the tailed beast to make his injured arrow stronger to actually kill Naruto, like Kurama mentioned would have happened to him anyways had the arrow overpowered his own attacks. Now, of course, for this to work, there is an assumption that the tailed beast had more chakra to give, which Sasuke believed there was, but he could have been desperate. But if we do grant that they did have more to give, then that is really the only logical and substantial thread Sasuke had to have been able to succeed in his plan and have actually killed Naruto. However, that being said, if Naruto was fighting with the intention to kill or to win like he did in the latter half of the fight from the beginning, then Naruto had the power and the endurance to outlast Sasuke, who at that point in time did not have the power of all the other tailed beasts amping him. And if Kurama had given him the extra stored chakra prior to Sasuke taking the tailed beast powers, it would have been an easy GG for Naruto. That is really all I have for you today, and if you made it this far, please like and subscribe as that would mean a lot to me. And comment below if you agree or disagree with anything mentioned within this video. And with all that out the way, I hope you all have a great day and peace out.